Okay, the good news is that the gains which the market began with are there still on the board, 70 points. About 2 hours back, it looked like the market starting to come off. It did about 30 points from the high, but we are back up again, 10,675 after what has been, 8 or 9 days of pretty poor trading recently. I mean, advanced decline has worsened a bit, but it's still closer to 2:1. Not quite there, but still close to it at 130. In a bit, we'll start to get what Europe is opening up like, and we'll look at those rates as well. With me, my colleague Sumaira. Hi, Sumaira.
Hi, Prashant. Good afternoon to you, and good to see actually after quite a few days that the market breadth also is positive, so which means that the broader markets are also participating. But let's see if the European rates have come in. It should be a slightly positive opening, but we'll get to that. First up, our top stories. The market rises on global optimism and short covering of oversold positions. Infosys, Reliance, L&T and steel stocks lead mid-cap index to rises.
The Supreme Court holds Anil Ambani in contempt of court in the Ericsson case. It's ordered a penalty of 450 crores to be paid in 4 weeks, failing which the promoter directors may face arrest.
Twist in the Essar tale. ArcelorMittal confirms to CNBC TV 18 that the consortium is visiting Essar steel facilities. Sources indicate that Riyas and Mittals are in talks for a deal on related port and power assets. JSW steps away from this race.
Real estate stocks in focus on hopes of a cut in rates for under-construction property and affordable housing in today's GST meeting.
And NASSCOM holds back the FY20 guidance, citing business uncertainty. 51% of CEOs feel that 2019 will be similar or somewhat lower than 2018. 49% believe the year will be better.
Okay, Ashwini is with us at 1:30 to take us through what he's making of it. Ashwini, your reading of the screen at 1:30?
See, the good news is that the market has not really flown away, and you could say that possibly you have 50% people who are bullish and 50% people who are bearish. So that way, I think even today there are some short positions in the market, and if we don't get follow through in the next couple of hours, in the last hour you may get some amount of short covering. So my sense is that on Nifty as well as Bank Nifty, you should continue to be positive. Like for the last couple of days, the market came off in the final couple of hours. Today it could actually go up. So for the moment, VIP Industries are buy with a stop of 428, target of 450. Vedanta is a buy with a stop of 156, target of 168. And Motherson is a buy with a stop of 132, target of 144.
Okay, Ashwini, thank you very much. Appreciate you taking us through the trading ideas and what you make of the market. I think we got first rates on Europe, Sumaira.
Yeah, I think the opening is actually a bit on the green side. We've seen optimism in the global markets, and Europe too is reacting to that, especially the Trump comments that the March deadline was not a magical date, so indicating that perhaps the trade talks with China could spell on for a bit more, and there's some optimism floating that they could finally be a deal. But back home, there's a spell of good news actually for non-life insurance players, as the industry has crossed the 1.39 trillion mark as on January end, showing a business growth of 13%. However, there is a flip side to this growth as well. The industry's growth this time is driven by the private sector players, as their state-owned peers have shown negative growth during the period under review. Yes, Jane is here to take us through this.
Well, Sumaira, as you rightly pointed out, the big positive is that rupees 1.39 trillion mark has been crossed as far as the period from April 2018 to Jan 2019 is concerned. Also, this particular growth indicates that the industry is well on its path when it comes to crossing that 1.5 trillion mark, which was last year's growth as far as the entire financial year FY19 is concerned. As you rightly pointed out, private players leading the growth for the industry this time around. To talk about the listed company here, ICICI Lombard. That company is for the month of Jan 2019 has seen a growth of 27.5%. The premium has come in at about 1450 crore rupees. For the period between April 2018 to Jan 2019 for ICICI Lombard, the premium growth has been a strong 17.8%. For Reliance General, the next company which is in the pipeline when it comes to listing, that has seen a growth of 26% for the month of Jan 2019, as well as a growth of 22% between April 2018 to Jan 2019. The third one, again, a company which is expected to be listed on the exchanges, SBI General, for the month of Jan. Of course, it's a smaller base for the company, but seeing a growth of 32.5% for the current month. For the month between April 2018 to Jan 2019, a growth of 32%. So private players putting up a very strong show as far as the premium growth is concerned. The pain here really lies as far as the PSU general insurance industry is concerned, be it a larger player like the New India or the other smaller PSU insurance companies. To start with New India, for the month of Jan, the premium growth is down 14%, and for the period between April 2018 to Jan 2019, it's up just a 5.5%. So a very slow wicket for New India as well. United India has seen a premium growth of just about 1.5% for the current month. For the month between April 2018 to Jan 2019, it's seen a degrowth of 3.5%. National, again, no exceptions here. For Jan, it's down 36%. And again, for the month of April 2018 to Jan 2019, it's down 13%. Now, as far as the current performance is concerned, we understand that that has come in because of the delay which really came in as far as appointment of CMDs at the PSU general insurance companies are concerned. Of course, the MDs were acting as CMDs, and no important decision as far as growth and business strategy is concerned could be taken, which delayed growth as far as this aspect is concerned. Industry experts also say that this slow growth in the PSU general insurance space is expected to continue because, as we have reported, they were expecting some sort of recapitalization from the interim budget, which did not come in. Hence, the expansion plan will be impacted because no recapitalization was also announced, and there is a serious requirement of funds.
Okay, big degrowth in public sector companies, non-life insurers, excluding State Bank, of course. Yash, thanks very much for that. There is news at the bottom of the screen. The GST Council, according to our sister channel, CNBC Awaaz, has deferred decision to revise rates for the real estate sector. My colleague Timsy had reported that this may be on the agenda. This may be taken up actually for two things. One for real estate, and the other one was for lottery. And there might be, the group of ministers which was constituted to look into this matter had recommended that rates be rationalized both for real estate and for the lottery business, and now CNBC was telling us that the decision with respect to real estate has actually been postponed, has been deferred. So stocks, Oberoi Realty is down 0.8, Prestige, some reaction. DLF maybe we should put up as well, and look at what's happening. Soba is down from the highs. DLF has also come off quite sharply. It's down about 2% or so at this point in time. Sumira.
All right, we'll take a break, but before that, here's a quick reminder. You can watch out for the biggest event of the year, the News 18 Rising India Summit, to be held in New Delhi on the 25th and 26th of February. This is one platform where you can catch the biggest newsmakers, from Prime Minister Narendra Modi, BJP President Amit Shah, to a whole host of opposition chief ministers. There's Kamal Nath, Bhupesh Baghel, and along with them, we have a host of union ministers as well who will be joining in and speaking. There will also be Isha Foundation founder Sadhguru, Bollywood and sports icons like Deepika Padukone, and India's highest test wicket taker and former cricketer Anil Kumble. That's the News 18 Rising India Summit in New Delhi on the 25th and 26th of this month.
Okay, we take a quick break. On the other side, Tarun Lakhotia of Kotak Institutional Equities on the oil and gas space. That conversation coming up in just a bit.